Are the unidentified objects being shot down just a distraction from what could possibly be one of the worst chemical spills in the United States? Now, Norfolk Southern train with 20 cars carrying toxic materials derailed in East Palestine, Ohio on February 3rd, 2023 and slammed into a diesel storage facility owned by Leake Oil Company Inc. 10 of the 20 contained vinyl chloride. On Monday, the National Guard used thermite devices to burn a hole into the bottom of 5 of the remaining that were still burning, then drained the vinyl chloride and phosgene into a ditch lined with flares to purposely burn the material off. Now, when this was exposed to heat in an oxygen-free environment, vinyl chloride thermally decompresses into hydrochloric acid and phosgene in a runaway thermal reaction. They have chosen to purposefully ignite all of the chemicals at once rather than let the thermal reaction continue to take place inside of the train cars until an inevitable and unexplained explosion occurs, potentially spreading the phosgene all the way to DC. Now, 5 rail cars estimated 200,000 pounds of vinyl chloride per 1 million pound vinyl chloride combusted into phosgene. The combustion products from vinyl chloride monomer gave 27,000 parts per million of hydrochloric acid, 58,100 parts per million of CO2, 9,500 parts per million of carbon monoxide, and 40 parts per million of phosgene. That's 27,000 pounds of hydrochloric acid and 40 pounds of phosgene pumped into the troposphere. 40 pounds of phosgene had hit the air. The OSHA exposure limit for workers is 0.1 parts per million. So we have roughly 18 million milligrams of phosgene, and we want 0.1 milligrams of it in the air. That's 180 million cubic meters of atmosphere needed to dilute phosgene to a minimum safe level for workers according to OSHA standards. Now, the West Virginia Governor Jim Justice announced during a press conference at the Capitol on Wednesday that a chemical leak had occurred in the Ohio River as a result of the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio last Friday. He commended the swift response of the people of Weirton, who switched to an alternate water supply as a precautionary measure. Jim Justice revealed that there were chemicals that had spilled into the Ohio River from the ruptured tanker cars, and that the people of Weirton immediately took action to transfer to a safe alternate water supply.
There was hundreds.
Russell Murphy is referring to the fish now belly up in Leslie Run. He and his wife noticed them last night, barely 48 hours after the fiery derailment 5 miles away.
This is huge, huge environmental effects.
That's now one of many concerns the EPA now faces.
The health effects, the long-term environmental effects, the waterways, this is bad. It's bad.